Hi everybody, welcome to Sew It Tuesday. So today we are going to do fabric flips, and basically it is a piece of fabric, let's use this for an example, is over your paper and then kind of hide your writing, and then you flip and there's your writing, or you can hide a picture or whatever. So I have some fabric, and to make some, and some embellishments to go on top if I want that. So we're going to put a few together, and then we're going to take it to the sewing machine and sew them. So I think we're going to put one on this page. I want to make at least two, one for each signature. So let's see. Let's do this on this page. That works right about there. So I'm going to snip this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now I want them that way. Flowers look more this way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip this right here. And there's no rhyme or it's all preference, whether you want it torn, the torn look, or a straight look, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I just find tearing a little bit more convenient right now. Alright, so that will look really good. And I think we might set up to do two like this. Where's that? Okay. So let's clip this one. And then we're going to clip right there. Okay, so now that I have an estimated size, I'm going to put my book on the side. So you can totally mass make these and just randomly pick stuff that you think would look good as a flip. I'm going to do another one where I'm going to put these two together. So I'm going to, no, I think I changed my mind. We're going to use this as one. Because how cute is that fabric? Alright, so that's a good size height. And we're just going to, I'm just estimating these on whatever I think looks okay. And here's the beautiful part of this, okay? If you make these a little too long, because, you know, sometimes the books are longer or wider than others, you can just cut it and trim it down. And it will still be really cute. Okay. I want to do one with this because I really like this fabric. Now, all this fabric was just stuff in my stash. I have a huge stash of fabric. I'm a big fabric junkie. So, to get this straight, I'm just gonna cut and, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. Cut and tear it. And you can totally like use this for the twirly flowers we've made in the past. All right. So I think probably didn't need to cut there. That's okay. All right, so I'm going to snip right here. Okay. And I think we're just going to make 2 out of this. If they're a little long, like I said before, we can totally cut them down. If they're a little short, see, they're pretty close, but they're also a little longer than the others, which is fine because then you can cut them in the bottom. Okay, so let's work on these, on 3 of these to start. So I think I'm going to put that there, because why not? And I want a solid color because this is so vibrant. So let's see if we can find one that I think will work. These actually are 5-inch squares from a quilt shop. Again, I have no idea which quilt shop or where they came from because I've had them forever. Let's see, does it say on here? Oh, this came from a museum. Actually, that might be fun to tone that craziness down some. If I can get one out. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think I want that a little bit smaller, so we're going to just, let's see, cut a little bit off of this end, and then I want to cut a little bit off of this end. That way both ends have the fray look, and the top and bottom have this cut look. I don't think you'll be able to notice on the top, but yeah, that looks good. And let's work on some ribbon on there. So you can put however many layers you want on these. It's just whatever your preference is. I think I might take this, which is just something I've had on my desk, and we're going to chop that, and I am going to cut that right in the middle. Actually, rip it right in the middle. And put that little layer up there just to add a little bit of extra contrast. Put that there. And there we go. So we have one done, and then you just stitch along the top. If you don't have a sewing machine, then hand stitch it or just glue it. And then if you wanted to add decorations on top, here are some of our flowers we've made, which I'm going to put those on after. So we have one done. I'm going to set this aside. Now, excuse me, let's work on this one. And I think let's use this one. And let's see. Do we want this lace? We can do that lace. Let's see. I try really hard not to overthink things because I'm bad at it and I overthink a lot. I thought I had, oh, yep, here. I also bought our fake chenille we made the other day. And let's cut one of these off and see how it would look. I think. Okay, while I debate about that, let's finish putting this one together. I think we're going to throw this into the mix. And the black is wider than 5, so you can totally see that. And then I love this postcard fabric. I wish I had gotten more, like a yard or something of it. Okay, and let's, hopefully I don't hit you guys. I'm going to pull, if I can get it. Oh my goodness. Okay, here is some unicorn spit dyed with little roses. I don't like it on there. And that doesn't match. Okay, we're going to set that aside. So I think I like this one on here. So we are going to just cut that right there and set that aside. And once you get the hang of these, they go pretty fast. But a little one. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, I think we're just going to go with this. I'm overthinking too much. Okay, so we have 3 done, and I'm going to pause you guys and set up the sewing machine, and we're gonna sew these and then attach them into the book. Okay, so now we're at the sewing machine, and we are going, oh, they're all together. Okay, we're going to start sewing these beauties. So I am just going to do a straight stitch. And I'm not backtracking or anything like that. Okay. It would help to have your pressure foot plugged in before you start trying to sew. It's been a while since I've turned on my sewing machine, apparently. Alright. Now it should work. There we go. Okay, and because I'm doing multiples, I'm very much into chain stitching. The quilter in me. Oh, I can't get this. You know what? We're good. So, I am going to hit, and then I'm just lining them up and keep on going. So if you do a lot of these at once, you can totally just chain stitch them. Just keep going and chain stitching them all. Alright, so now we're done with that. Let me move my sewing machine aside. Pull out my glue. This is just a Fabrifix. We're gonna trim these little ends. And let's pick where we want this. Right, let's do this one, and let me, so see how that's a tad longer? No big deal, we'll just chop it off if we decide to go this one, do this one. Let's do this one, this would be fun. And so I'm going to run my glue right along where I stitched. Alright, let's see if you guys can, there. Camera, the angle I use for you guys to sew makes it a little bit harder. For filming anything else. Oh, and then you clean it. Okay, so now we're just going to take this and place it where we want it. Okay, so we're just going to leave that there, and see when you write, you have this cute, and then you open it and there's writing. You can just flip that and write all your stuff, or throw a picture on there. If you wanted to decorate up here more, let's see, you know what, there's a little cluster. We're both very big in photography, which is why I did a few of these with the stamps. It took forever for me to get my photo stamp, but here, let's add that to the mix. That would be cute. There we go. And hopefully all much better. All right. So, there we go. Here's one. Let's go to the next signature and figure out where we want this. You know what? That's just too crazy. But that would work right here. Yeah, I don't want to use that one in this book. Let's use this. Oh, let's put it on right here. Okay, now we don't need that thick. And granted, if you want it that way, you know, and then we close it, it's just hanging out a tad. Gives it character, doesn't really matter. So let's get this glued. And again, we are just gluing right on that sew line. Another reason why back stitching doesn't matter, because you're gluing on there. Now, here's the other thing you want to know. So if you want it, you don't, have to glue this. Ooh, that's nice and sticky. Let's put that up here for a little bit. So, say, let me see if I can snag a piece of, here, we will use this. So, you have your paper. It's not quite sewn in, right? So before you sew in your signatures, you can totally take your fabric flip, and sew it straight onto your page. Which is totally, you know, it's completely fine to do. I just put these already in my book. I'm gluing them this way. So, and these are like the perfect project to mass make. They're pretty relaxing and fun. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this because I don't need it that close, and no, I think I'm going to trim this little bit too. And yes, it's not even because I don't cut straight unless I have a line, but I don't really care. I'm just trying to snip enough off that you can kind of see, and I think I'm going to rip this. Okay, so we have this cute one, and I think I'm going to put on one of these flowers. So let's do this. So I'm just going to glue this flower on a little bit better, and then just throw that there. And it's this, the way that this is glued, it's going to stick up on the top of this, but that's okay. Okay, set that there to, and you can like totally pre-decorate this. So let's decorate this one while that just dries a tad. And let's see, we have these if we wanted to use, that would be really cute. It's a little hot air balloon. And trying to think if we want to add anything else. No. I've got it. Let's use, if I brought it this way, maybe I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, let's use some of this. Here we go. Let's do that. And I'm putting quite a bit of glue on this because I have no idea how this wax piece will work. And I'm hoping it will just seep through the rest of that. Okay. Here we go. So, it's pretty fast, pretty easy. Let's cut that. I don't need that little. Okay, So we have this fabric flip with the cute little flower that we made on top. And then we have this one with the camera. Now you can make these anyways. If you want one layer, do one layer. If you want to add some fun paper onto their decorations, add some paper decorations on there. You know? Do whatever you want. And then we have this one. So I hope you like this quick little tutorial, and I hope you guys are safe and healthy, and thank you for watching. If you liked this, give it a thumbs up and think of subscribing. All that really helps me out. See you guys on the next crafting adventure. Thanks. Bye.